In America, we believe in justice. We believe in fairness. We believe that the system works. But if history has taught us anything, it's that the system, more often than we'd like to admit, gets it wrong. Every single day, convictions happen. Some are justified, some are not. But here's the real question. Does a conviction always mean guilt? Does a headline always mean the truth? Or have we, over time, traded thinking for believing? Have we accepted that whatever is printed, whatever is told to us, must be true? This brings us to Trevor Milton, a man who built something extraordinary, a man who dared to dream bigger than the world allowed. And yet, in the blink of an eye, his name became synonymous with deception, his vision reduced to accusations, his story rewritten by those who never wanted him to succeed in the first place. But what really happened? Let's start with Hindenburg Research, the so-called crusaders of truth. They came in with fire and fury, declaring war on Nikola, on Milton, on the very idea that one man could challenge an industry ruled by giants. And yet, what happened to them? Where are they now? If they were truly in this for justice, if they truly cared about integrity, why did they take their winnings and disappear? Why did their leader, Nate Anderson, quietly step down? Why was their mission complete the moment the money was made? Because this was never about justice. It was about control. It was about silencing a threat before he became too powerful to stop. But there's something they didn't anticipate. Trevor Milton didn't run. He didn't disappear. He didn't take his money and retreat into the shadows like so many others before him. He stood. And that tells you everything you need to know. Because those who are guilty, they don't fight. They take the deal. They accept their fate. They go quietly into the night. But Milton, he's still here. And now, with the world watching, the narrative is shifting. Because there is one man who sees through the lies. One man who has been through it himself. One man who understands exactly how easy it is to be targeted, to be torn down, to be cast aside. And that man is Donald J. Trump. So when people ask why Trevor Milton is being pardoned, the answer is simple. Because he never should have been convicted in the first place. Because the system isn't perfect. Because justice, real justice, requires correction when wrongs have been done. Because America was built by visionaries, by risk-takers, by people who didn't always play by the system, but who changed the world because of it. And yet, some people will still protest. They will complain. They will cry foul. But the truth is, they are not thinking. They are reacting. Because the easier thing, the safer thing, is to believe what you were told, rather than to challenge it. To assume that every conviction was just, that every trial was fair, that every accused man was guilty. But history tells us otherwise. We've seen it time and time again. Innocent men dragged through the fire because they disrupted the status quo, because they threatened power, because they made people uncomfortable. But years later, when the dust settles, when the anger fades, when the truth finally comes to light, history vindicates them. And years from now, when people look back, when they truly study what happened, when they see the full picture instead of the one they were fed, there will be no doubt. Trevor Milton was wrongfully accused. Donald Trump saw through the lie. Because justice isn't about punishing the loudest voices. It's about protecting the innocent. It's about defending those who dare to dream. It's about standing with the ones who refuse to fall. And Trevor Milton never fell.